welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective love reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't know what's just happened there with my shuffling. If you don't find any messages in this piece out, then please check your placements where you are likely to find a message in there. Let's get into this. Spirit, what's coming up for love for Sagittarius? Now, this could be past, present, or future person. It's whatever message Spirit wants to bring out. Okay. Okay. So on the underlying energy, we've got an Eight of Pentacles. So not wanting to put any more energy or work into this. So yeah, doesn't look as though anybody is wanting to work on this anymore. So it's a bit of a stagnant thing. So I'm assuming this is either something that has run its course, or you might just be fed up and stuck in a particular relationship where you don't want to put any more energy into it. Or you just have decided not to pursue it anymore. Maybe you're waiting for them to put some energy into it, and maybe you just stopped chasing if you were chasing. Right, so in your particular position, we've got a Three of Pentacles here. Now, that is very much suggesting you are no longer interested in working on something. So potentially you were in a relationship and you've decided it's not for you. I've got an Eight of Cups here in the upright, so very much clarifying, saying that you've walked away from this. Wow, we have the Empress as well. So you're very much in your Empress energy, making sure that you are caring, nurturing, going on a solo journey here, learning to love yourself a lot. I do have a High Priestess in the reverse, so you're still potentially learning certain things. There might be a few things that have been hidden from you that you are learning about. And I do have a Ten of Cups in the reverse, suggesting that whatever this is, there's been a bit of a falling out. You don't necessarily know enough about the circumstances to understand fully what's gone on, but you do know that it has caused some disruption. Like I say, falling out, potentially loss of partnership, um, breakup of family, etc. With that Ten of Cups there. Now, in your person's energy, they've got a Five of Cups, so they're feeling some absolute grief and sorrow from this. Now, I don't know, yeah, I don't know what's happened, but they are not happy at all about this particular situation. They could even be facing a bit of depression. Um, yeah, wow. What have we got? Oh, to clarify, everything's jumping out. It's that Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't want to be on their own. They've been forced into being, it feels like there was potentially some wild behavior that went on. I say wild, potentially. So the Nine of Pentacles in the upright is somebody that's very independent, very good at saving money. They've got a lot of stability. When it's in the reverse, they're still good at getting that money, but they spend it, and they don't care how they spend it either. It just goes. So, you know, could be a lot of partying, could have been buying things for the wrong people, could be gambling, whatever it is. There's a lot of things gone on with this, and they're very much in their independent energy, but wasted the stability that they've potentially had here. They've got a Chariot. They don't feel very successful. They feel like their heart and their head has been torn to pieces. Got a Judgment in the reverse. They've got no closure. They very much, it feels like a big pity party on your person. Just saying. They want they've got, yeah, they're miserable. They don't know whether or not things have been done right. They've got no decisions that they've made. They are feeling very much like there's no closure on this, no movement forward. And we've got a King of Swords here as well in the reverse. They potentially feel like you may have lied to them about certain things. you may not be in any communication with them either. It feels like there's some massive cut off and there's no communication going on here. And it feels like they feel like you might be trying to manipulate them. Now, I don't know what's happened here, whether or not they've done something, whether you've done something, whether it was just a mutual falling out. But they're definitely there. It feels like they're blaming it on you, or at least they don't like that you are not communicating with them anymore. Now, how are you viewing this as a relationship? We have the Five of Wands, so definite conflict and explosions. This particular one, look, a volcano in the background. So things have erupted, very much explosions, competition, arguments. It's very heated. It was very heated, so potentially very explosive arguments here. What is this Five of Wands spirit? It's a really stupid question to say, isn't it? When it's pretty much speaking for itself. Yeah, so I've got a moon in the reverse here. So there's a lot of fears that have been, and a lot of things hidden within this as well. Potentially a lack of clarity is part of what's going on there with not understanding and causing arguments. Maybe somebody kept things hidden, possibly a person with that Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And now I've got an what's this? Eight of Wands in the reverse as well. So there's no communication. It's completely stopped. There is a Two of Wands, so somebody has been making it or has made a bit of a choice around this. Now somebody thought it was possible. I feel like with that Two of Wands, somebody thought that this was going to be a good relationship. But then I've got a Three of Pentacles in the reverse, but there's no effort, no working on it. It feels very much like maybe somebody thought, yeah, this is going to work, but I don't have to put any effort into it. I don't feel like it is. I feel like your person thought this was going to be a good relationship and it was going to work out the way that they wanted it to. And you've kind of gone, no, I'm not putting any more into this. I'm not working on it. I'm not. I'm going to do my own thing. Now, the challenge here, we've got a Six of Cups in the reverse. So there's certain things from the past that challenge this as a relationship. Potentially past soulmates where there's been, I want to say there's might have been some lessons that haven't been healed from certain things that, I mean, it could be that somebody's looking at stuff with rose-colored glasses. So it could very well be that somebody might be reminiscing over something, thinking that it was great, but actually it was awful. Um, it could be the other way round, you know, thinking that it was awful, but actually it wasn't anywhere near as bad as what they remember it. But either way, there's lessons that haven't been learned in this, and it leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So whatever this challenge is with regards to a person, now it could be somebody popping up from the past. So I've got a Three of Swords in the reverse. So there's still healing to be done. So it looks as though somebody needs to heal. Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. What's that? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so it looks like somebody needs to do some healing here. That Three of Swords is definite coming out of heartbreak, definite healing. I don't know who that's referring to. I feel like if this was a relationship you've been in, it looks as though it may have been too quick. Somebody wasn't necessarily healed at the time. They could have been ruminating over a past person. If it's something where you've not even been together, you might have just ghosted someone and they don't feel like it's fair. But it could be just that you've not finished healing and you may have realised that. I've got a Knight of Pentacles here as well, suggesting that there is someone coming along with some sort of apology, potentially a gift as well, and they're making their way along and it's pretty quiet. Now that could be somebody from the past, um, that they could be coming along with a gift or an apology for you. And that could be throwing a bit of spanner in the works, but it also might give you that healing. It could give you that closure that you may need. We've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse, so walking away from conflict, no longer having to stand up for yourself, very much going, I'm better than this, I don't need it, and a Four of Pentacles, so releasing. So that is a big challenge. So, releasing things from the past that you've been holding on to for a while, things that you may have been conflicting. Now, I say you, it could also be your person because they do have that grief card. So it could very well be that they have got a lot to release and let go of with regards to the past. Now, the outcome, we have a Three of Cups in the reverse. So very much suggesting that if there has been any third party influence going on here, it's no longer going to be happening. It also can reference if there's been any overindulgence in certain things, that it's going to be coming away. So where I was saying about that Nine of Pentacles, about wild behavior, overindulgence, things like that, spending on things that potentially, gambling, etc. This is very much suggesting that that can be coming to an, or is going to be coming to an end. So let's get some clarity on this Three of Cups. Now, it could also symbolize a little bit of unhappiness and a lack of success, no socializing, but I don't feel like it's that. We do have an Ace of Cups in the reverse, though, so there may be a missed opportunity here with something that could be a little bit emotional. It could just be that feelings are not being spoke about. However, I do have a King of Cups, so there is somebody here that's got a lot of emotions and is potentially going to come along with some sort of message. Now, I feel like these are two different things. I don't know who's who. It could be one of them's a person from the past, one of them's a current person. It could be completely different. I'm not 100% sure. It's going to be different for each of you. It could be that they're both people from the past. They could be both new people. I don't know. I don't feel like what's going on this side is really going anywhere, I'll be honest. I've got a Queen of Swords here in the reverse. There is a lack of communication still. Somebody's still being cut off. And then we've got a Five of Wands in the reverse. So it is suggesting that the fiery explosions over here of whatever this relationship is are going to be ending. So I feel like that might be the Ace of Cups. But we do have, like I say, this King of Cups is going to actually bring their emotions out, come and speak to you. Now, it could be both. It could be that they are the same person, but you're putting them out anyway to prevent any further arguments. It could very well be that the King of Cups could have been this third party. The Ace of Cups that's in the reverse could have been whatever the third party influence was, and it's now ending. So that's why it's in the reverse. But yeah, there's definitely some cut out game here with this Queen of Swords. Somebody is definitely being cut off, and I feel like that's very much whoever this Three of Cups is referring to as a third party influence. Now, I say whoever, it could simply be certain behavior that's being cut out as well with that Three of Swords. Now, it does suggest that it might take a little bit of a while, and somebody could be lying about it, trying to get away with it for a part of the time. And that could be very much why you've got this Five of Wands in the reverse, because it could just simply be that and you're just fed up. You're fed up of listening to the rubbish. So very much not communicating anymore, just cutting it off because you don't want to hear the lies. Now, your romance angel cards, we've got you deserve love, you are lovable. Yes, you are. Deception, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and we have seen deception in here. And then codependency, your addictions are affecting your romantic life. Sorry, not your addictions, but addictions. So again, just kind of clarifying the overindulgence or self-indulgence on that Three of Cups as well. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Sagittarius, or at least I hope it was a bit enlightening for you. If you did enjoy your reading, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Thank you to those of you that have subscribed already. It helps the channel grow and helps the messages get out there. So thank you for your support. And thank you very much for watching today.